A former executive at a local bank learns her sentence after pleading guilty this summer to federal wire fraud.
Kaylee Lunn appeared in the Eldon B. Mann's United States Courthouse in Fort Worth today for sentencing, with a federal judge ruling to confine her in a federal prison for 48 months.
Josh Hoggard was in the U.S. District Courtroom this morning and has more from today's hearing. Josh?
Friday morning sentencing hearing at the United States Courthouse in Fort Worth followed Kaylee Lunn, the former vice president of commercial lending at what is now Prosperity Bank, pleaded guilty in July to a federal charge of wire fraud stemming from 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic, when, according to federal court documents, she used her position to secure PPP loans under false pretenses, allegedly using the identities of others to initiate the fraudulent loans.
Due to federal regulations, I was not allowed to bring a camera or any electronics whatsoever inside the actual courthouse. However, I was allowed to sit inside the U.S. District Court for the hearing in its entirety.
U.S. District Court Judge Reed O'Connor called Lunn's case just before 9:15 on Friday morning, presenting a possible punishment range between 70 and 87 months in a federal prison. Lunn's defense attorney, Dustin Nims, began by painting a picture of a person under tremendous pressure who used spending as a way to attempt to cope with the stress. He called it, quote, a perfect storm, adding that before she knew it, Lunn was in over her head, calling her, quote, a good person from a good family who did something wrong. Lunn's mother then addressed Judge O'Connor, saying that what her daughter did was, quote, totally out of character, adding that she and her husband were devastated. Quote, she's a good mother and a good person who made a very serious mistake. Kaylee Lunn then spoke for herself, becoming visibly emotional almost instantly, telling Judge O'Connor through tears, quote, I take full responsibility, apologizing to her family and the community for, quote, abusing her power and misleading people who trusted her. Judge O'Connor then issued the court's sentence, 48 months in a federal prison, followed by a year of supervised release.
Lunn was not actually taken into custody today. She was allowed to walk out of the federal courthouse after Judge O'Connor granted her request to self-report to serve her sentence.
Lunn was instructed to report by 2 p.m. on January 6th of next year, with Judge O'Connor warning her that if she fails to appear, any additional punishment would be stacked upon her newly imposed federal prison sentence. She's also been ordered to pay restitution, a total of over $592,000.
Now, I spoke with Dustin Nims, Lunn's attorney, directly after the hearing, just right outside the courthouse. He said he did not want to give a statement, nor did Lunn want to give a statement. However, what she said in the courtroom says it all. From Fort Worth, Josh Hoggard, KPX3 News.
Certainly a big case that we got to get a look at today. All right, Josh, thank you so much for bringing us to Fort Worth today.